sprain, and then the high went away, and we were talking about it just a mild enough ankle sprain that he might only miss one game. And so now the Cowboys are looking at the possibility of Tyron Smith back in there. And as much as we've knocked the Jets offensively, we just talked about their offense, their defense played about as good as you could ask them to play. They really had the Eagles frustrated. So this is still a good defense with a good defensive front. So they'd love to have Tyron Smith back. I know a lot of people are saying, well, just rest him another week. It's just the Jets. No, you want your players out there. Same thing for La'el Collins on the other side. He is dealing with an ankle issue as well, or excuse me, a knee issue. He's also got a back issue, but the expectation is that Collins is going to be day-to-day with a shot to play this week. So yes, they are banged up. The Cowboys are up front, but they got good news on both Collins and Smith. They're hopeful both of them will be out there. We'll see how they go throughout the week here.
Missed them both this past week, especially when Collins left. Cam Fleming getting roasted on Twitter. That was uncomfortable. They should and they could get healthy this week. By the way, speaking of coaches, there was one point in that game on Sunday when Jason Garrett's losing his mind, throwing challenge flags, and the Cowboys are losing by 3 touchdowns, and people start scratching their head and going, is Jason Garrett long for this job? Listen to what Jerry Jones said on the radio this morning.
Well, yes, dispel it, yes. But don't bet any money on against that happening. You'll lose it.
Sorry. Of course, betting money, Mike, for recreational purposes only when it comes to coaches getting fired. That seemed like enough of an endorsement.
Jason Garrett's job status and the discussions about it it's a roller coaster. I mean, sometimes it's like, how could you ever think about firing this guy? And then 2 weeks later, after they lose 2 games, we're back to is this guy. Now look, to be fair, they could have made these conversations go away. The Cowboys, that is, with a contract extension. They decided not to do that. They've got him going into the last year of his deal. He's done it before. I get all that. They're comfortable with these conversations. Jerry Jones a lot of times embraces these things and obviously wanted Jason Garrett to feel the pressure of knowing that his contract is about to run out. But right now, in the thick of things, you don't want to be opening up those conversations and have your players thinking that your coach doesn't have that job security. So that's what this is all about right now. Jason Garrett still got to win, has to have a successful season to remain that Cowboys coach.
Troy Aikman, who might know a little bit, intimated on the Fox broadcast when they were losing badly that maybe Garrett has to make it to the NFC Championship game. Just one man's opinion. Something to keep an eye on. Thank you, Mike Garafolo, who's back a little bit later. A funeral today in Arizona. This is St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Phoenix, where they are laying to rest and honoring Cardinals owner Bill Bidwill, who we lost at 88 this past week. Kyler Murray, Christian Kirk, among some of the players there. Steve Keim, the general manager. Cliff Kingsbury seen earlier there as well. The head coach, Omar Ruiz, is there as well. Omar, on a somber day.
Yeah, all to honor a man whose life was dedicated to family, faith, and football, and all of those being referenced here today. Commissioner Roger Goodell is in attendance, as well as representatives from 7 other organizations, including John Mara from the Giants and the McCaskey family representing the Bears. The eulogists will be Roger Goodell, Larry Fitzgerald, and his son, Michael Bidwill, the current owner of the Cardinals. The funeral mass just underway. I spoke with former Cardinals head coach David McGinnis yesterday, who said Bill Bidwill was so proud of his involvement, his family's legacy in the NFL, to really have that front row view of history, to see where it was in the 30s when Mr. Bidwill was a ball boy to now to what the NFL has grown to become as an owner here in 2019. He was also a man that was dedicated to his community, often giving back charitable organizations, and most oftentimes without cameras or fanfare involved. McGinnis saying that they would go out to Indian reservations and give back there, just the two of them riding in a pickup truck, and help out their communities here in the Phoenix area and beyond. McGinnis also saying that Bidwill did whatever it took for the league, whether it was moving to St. Louis to open up another TV market to add revenue in those days, and then moving to Phoenix to bring NFL football to the desert here. And then not only that, but then bringing this area as a host for Super Bowls. Now we've seen national championships in college football. So Bill Bidwill's legacy here in more ways than one in Arizona, and that'll continue to be honored throughout the day.
58 years with the organization, Bill Bidwell.